Good evening, Pisces. Welcome. This is Kiki's Doorway. Let's see what your past lives or past life wants you to unlock to help you in the now. So let's get it. Let's get it, sailors of the seas. God, Gaia, God, Goddess, Mother, Father. What do you want, or what should Pisces see for June 6th to June 13th, 2018? What should Pisces sail to see in their past lives for June 6th to June 13th? What are the answers that the past lives want Pisces to see for June 6th to June 13th, 2018? Okay, so what is the actions in the now that Pisces, the sailors, the pirates, the sirens? Okay, okay, oh wow. Now, everyone had gotten one. Pisces, you gotta be the big ballers, right? You gotta have two. All right. I hope the other signs before you do not get angry. Is what was needed. Okay, let's see what your past lives want you to know. Egypt. Okay, Pisces, you have sailed to Egypt, the birthplace. Of course, you have put the waters in the sands of the birthplace. You have made the clay of man to create civilization here. You were the leaders here, the people that ones come to for your intuition and your guidance, merging the masculine and the feminine together, that man and woman, the mother and father, in whatever way you see. It doesn't have to be physical, but if it must to show you how you see in the ethers, how you see in the waters of your intuition, so be it. With that birthplace of civilization that you have nourished through the waters, you have grown crops in the Nile, rivers, the Tigris. You have gave birth to Summer, the Phoenicians, Mesopotamia, Kemet, Cush, so many waters of Egypt, so many waters beyond the waters of Egypt, that it sailed through the Celtics. And when I look at the Celtic picture, it makes me think of Ireland, the Isles, places that were green, the tropics, but more like the greens of Ireland, the Isles, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Haiti, places that are green and wide. So let's see what the past lives want you to know about the Celtic side of yourself. Pisces. From past lives during virtue. Okay, Celtic. Pisces. Okay, you drew this card because you had a significant past lifetime in Celtic lands. In you and in you, you continue to feel bonded to this culture. Perhaps you've lived in or visited the Isles of Ireland, Scotland, Wales, or England. Yes, I kept thinking places are green. If so, I'm going to say that place again, those places again. Perhaps you've lived in or visited or even thought of looking at it as a history or sociology or psychology or spiritual viewpoint. Whatever interests you, these are the places: Ireland, Scotland, Wales, or England. If so, you may have sensed a deja vu and been a Anglophile, a phile, Anglophile. Definitely check that out. A person who adores these cultures, you are also fascinated with Stonehenge and King Arthur's Camlet. I wouldn't be surprised if you were part of the Knights Table. You may have, or counsel, that I wouldn't be surprised. You probably were Merlin in that whole scene. Check out Merlin. Check out the history of Merlin and the Celtics and King Arthur's Camelot. Pisces, man and woman, okay? You may have learned the old religion of the Celtic land. See, and it goes right back to the Egypt, the birthplace of civilizations, and how it influenced others to evolve in their own interpretation of civilizations. Everyone needs something to learn from, right? Or to get a grasp of. From this old religion of the Celtic lands, which involved the use of healing herbs, and gaining wisdom from oak trees. Wow. So definitely, if you can, Pisces, see if you could get an oak tree or a version of the oak tree family in your home to help stimulate your healing properties. You could even be an ancient druid in disguise. I would not be surprised, Pisces. I would not be. You need to tap into that because it's definitely needed for June 6th to June, definitely June 6th to June 13th. Your connection to the elemental realm has made you love fairies, elves, and all fae. Definitely check out fairies. If you have any fairies that resonate with you, check them out and see if you could combine them in your daily lives right now. Whether it be a picture, like a visual, like I have here, a photo, a candle, anything that represents the fairy, elves, the druid lands. You also respect and love trees, especially oaks and willows. So if you can't find an oak, definitely get a willow tree in your home. If you haven't already done so, schedule some visits to the ancient sacred areas of the United Kingdom and Ireland. Exploring their stone circles, castles, and spiritual artifacts may trigger additional healing memories and properties. So, to start off, Pisces, if you're not near any areas like the circles or castles, look at museums that resonate with Celtics. Look at places like regular buildings or homes that have Celtic influences. Check those out and see why they made those buildings at that time and why they kept them there. You'd be surprised why you are resonate with them in the now. Maybe that will help you in your leadership role in how to orchestrate the present. So what actions should you take? What actions should you take, Pisces? The sailors of the seas. Right? So you don't need fire that much. Five of fire. You don't need that much passion. I think what is required is your earthly side of yourself and your spiritual side. The passions you definitely need, but what percentage relies on you. So let's see what it does say. Competing goals, bothersome details, conflicting with others. So when you tap into your traditional values, when you tap into the birthplace of where your intuitions come from, when you go into those physical spaces of the Celtics and even of Egypt influences, whether it be museums, buildings, like I was mentioning other, tour guides. Maybe you could find out from tour guides in the city or anywhere in your community where you could find Celtic and Egyptian locations. That can even help the community out as well. So that way you won't be bothersome anymore. That way you can use your fire in a 20-degree or 10-degree manner. So with the earth, the three of earth. Three of earth, yes, you have to be earthly, but I feel it's the way you're being earthly. You don't need to be anymore. You have to tap into that leadership. Go back. So let's see what it says. Three of earth. Let's see. The power of creativity, recognition for very high quality of work. Be a team player. You don't need to be a team player anymore. You are the sailor of the seas. Guide yourself to the locations of where you think. If you have to go out at night to find these locations, so be it. If you have to go in the afternoon to find these locations after work when you have free time, so be it. Take 30 minutes, an hour, just an hour. Within that 30 minutes, within that hour. Find places that resonate with you in your birthplace of the Egyptians and of the Celtics, your birthplaces. These two are your birthplaces. You have traveled from Egypt to the Isles, to England. This is where we learn English. We had to travel this far to get the birthplace of English. This is why we think English is so complex, because we had to travel many miles through Pisces to understand that. So if this resonates with you, please like, share, and subscribe. Till we meet again, Pisces, I love you. Trust me, I had to do the same thing. You're not going to walk this alone. I'm walking this with you. I love you. See you on the other side.